One of the things that I had always believed in every series that I worked on was that after the second season, things start to get into a rut and you begin to lose the audience. My philosophy was you have to shake them up somehow.
So what? Swan, you dirty rat!
I almost had you. I've been practicing.
Very impressive. Don't you do it again. What do you think, Gabrielle?
In Maternal Instinct, with Gabrielle having to kill her own daughter, that to me is just, that's great mythic storytelling.
Sounds like you've been pretty busy since we were here, huh?
He's learned a lot.
He's clearly had a good teacher.
And if you look at Greek and Roman mythology, it's just filled with that stuff.
This treaty, it could be the start of reuniting this entire nation.
That's why the delegates brought their children, so they can appreciate the legacy we're leaving them. A legacy of peace and hope.
Gabrielle poisoning Hope. Yeah, we actually struggled with that one. I'd say that was probably, of the 6 or 7 seasons, that was probably the hardest decision, not only because it was somebody poisoning their child, but it was because it was Gabrielle poisoning her child.
My whole approach to Gabrielle's needing to kill Hope is that she finally learned that this was an evil entity.
Zeus, child, what are you doing here?
This really wasn't someone that was anything like the idealistic Gabrielle.
Tell me again how Xena looked when you told her that I'd take her precious little secret to the grave.
Like she'd been stabbed through the heart with her own sword.
The girl who played Hope in Maternal Instincts, I found was excellent. She was wonderful. She did a really good job.
The age of darkness, when Dayhawk will snuff out the people Xena loves till he's crushed her very soul. And as she goes, so goes the world.
She was a lovely bad guy. For a kid.
Even Callisto can't be in 2 places at once.
She's not working alone. She as good as said so.
What?
Someone is helping her. I just don't know who.
I was fortunate as Gabrielle to work with Hudson quite a bit because she always seemed to be the victim of Callisto's manipulative schemes.
Come meet your Auntie Callisto.
No!
Gabrielle.
It's really fascinating working with Hudson because you never really knew what you were going to get. She's quite impulsive and really had a great understanding of the character and sort of ways to torture people.
Hurts, doesn't it? Losing your family. Rips out your heart, your guts, your feelings. All that's left is the pain, right? Welcome to the club.
What was so interesting about what we put the characters through is it's by taking this friendship that if you looked at it at the beginning of the year, you would have said, what could cause these women not to trust each other anymore?
What makes you think you can trust this child?
What makes you think that we can't? Xena, she gave us Callisto's plan.
Exactly. Callisto wouldn't tell her anything she didn't want us to hear. The child's probably a pawn or worse.
That is not true. Xena, you were always so quick to blame her, weren't you? Well, she is not evil. She's not.
The worry was, are we going to be able to get their friendship, you know, okay, now that we've shattered them into a million pieces on the ground, can we get them back together? And that was the, you know, the task of the second half of the 3rd season.
The child is Hope?
I'm sorry. I never meant to lie.
So we started to dabble in all of these different areas. Some of them I even kind of rocked back on my heels and went, wow, we're going to do that? Oh my goodness. And then you stop and you think, well, why can't we do that?
I couldn't kill her. She's my daughter. You're a mother, you know this. I had to save her.
A mother who gives up custody of their child, I think, is never the same.
I prayed that the gods would protect you, and they did. They brought you home.
then to have somebody re-enter your life and lose them all over again is just a horrifying double whammy.
Confronting characters with a series of untenable choices makes for great drama.
Hey, Solon. Solon.
Gabrielle's daughter killing Xena's son. That's a toughie. How do you get back from that?
Xena?
Whether it was going to work or whether it didn't work, that's kind of the roll of the dice.
No. Get out. Xena. Go!
Having these murders take place with family members, that is not something that's easily forgivable. But then again, think about it, it is the ultimate challenge to their particular relationship.
If I had just done what you said, when you told me to do it, then they would still be alive. Calliope and Solon.
No. Don't you even speak his name.
I don't think I would have played the part differently had I not had children at that point, because I am a child. And I know that my parents would never do that to me.
I trusted you and you lied to me. Now Solon is dead. My son is dead. Because of you.
It was Gabrielle's fault that Hope had killed Solon, so I think she took that on board and that became her burden. And obviously there was remorse there, but I think it was a pragmatic approach to ridding the world of an evil that Gabrielle had brought to life. So I think it was just something that had to be done.
I love you, Xena.
I think what was more important to her was the fact that, you know, her friend had suffered so tragically because of Gabrielle's mistake.